because they cut everything I say into left-wing Hitleristic garbage. But that's all right. Let them do it. We pay for that, unfortunately. However, honest media, like these two guys here, are educating the public as to what is really going on in our country and what your rights really are. And what does Janet McDougald have to say about that? You're racist. You're racist. You're racist. Hey, wait, do we have somebody here who's not white? You're racist. You're racist. I'm white. You're racist. That's it. That is how they end the debate.
Am I racist too?
Sure, why not? He's racist too. You're racist. Everyone's a racist.
Why did they ban? You said they won't allow you into the meeting. What did they say? What
Tony Pontes just indicated to me that he did not want me in the building because of behavior that's unbecoming. But what he was saying is, in the way that he worded the letter, that he was actually concerned that I would come back and make him answer to something. He actually didn't have the right to ban me, and there is a lawsuit coming because I know that Janet McDougald is not going to apologize to me, and I'm sure that all of you are going to come with me to serve her my lawsuit at her house. And we'll do so. We will do so with the Canadian flag flying above everybody's head. That is for sure. Because these people need to learn that if you have access to all of our information and you want to send private detectives to our homes, we're coming to your homes with more dangerous paperwork than you're serving to us. And I can assure you, when you go to someone's house at 5 o'clock in the morning, their spirit breaks. We have to keep these people on edge at all times. They do not deserve the comfortable life that we, the people, have let them live for this long. It's done. Now, as for security guards, I spoke to 2 lawyers and 2 security professionals today. And I want you all to know what your rights are before you go in there and either get harassed or assaulted by pepper spray and his band of merry fools. Number 1, a security guard has no more authority than everybody standing here. They are just people in costumes. That's it. They are paid low amounts of money to intimidate and to threaten. And that's all. That guy right there, I'm looking at you, buddy. That's all he does, is threaten and intimidate. So when you hire a guy who's 6'6", and you give him a costume that looks official, and you say to him, you have authority, they believe it. I'm telling you that they don't. Now, if they're going to ask you for identification, there are only 2 instances where a security guard has the right to do so. Number 1, if they're trying to keep underage youth out of an event where liquor is being served. They have the right to card you, but not to record any of your personal information. They look at your age, they look at your face, they say thank you, have a good night, or they say this looks fake and get lost. Or if you're going into a casino, they have the right to make sure that you are 19 and up. And even then, they still cannot record your name. They just look at your ID and hand it back. They do not have the right to ask you for identification and then take photographs of your identification. Are you going to let that guy and his friends in there take photos of your driver's licenses?
No!
How about your passports?
No!
Your credit cards?
No!
That's what they want to do. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Janet McDougald and Tony Pontes are trying to collect your information so they can make sure that you have kids in this school board to then send Children's Aid Society after you for the sole purpose of making you miserable and making you afraid. That is all that they want to do. How many of you are afraid of them right now, knowing what you know? Nobody.
Not me.
Take your identifications before you go in there. Leave them in your vehicles. And here's the way it works. If this man's a security guard and he says, "Can I see some ID?" That's your answer. Silence. You walk past them. If he stops you, it's assault. You tell a police officer, right there, "I was just assaulted by that man." That is what you do. We have a lot of rights in this country. The problem is, with this kind of education, none of us know what they are. So we don't know that guys like Pepper Spray over there are just a bunch of clowns and thugs, and they have no right to touch us and no right to dictate terms to any of us. Now, one last thing here. Everybody who feels that they have been wronged by the people in this building, you have the right to sue them. That is the truth. Never fear. These people here, I have sued them, and I have both won and lost. And the time I lost, I was told I had to pay them $4,000. That was 2 years ago. They've never come for it. Never once have they come for the money that they were awarded, because I lost the case, which I didn't. I just gave up because I had to give up the rights, if I settled out of court, to not be able to talk about this guy. And I do want to talk about Tony Pontes and Janet McDougal, so I would never give those rights away. Do you know why I sued? Because Tony Pontes saw that I had a video camera 2 years ago, and instead of saying, "Mr. Johnston, would you please turn off the camera?" he went whack and assaulted a 25-year-old kid. And then the camera broke. Wow. You guys have that footage on freedomreport.ca. That's why I sued him. But the settlement said that I had to remain quiet. I can't remain quiet. All right? I'm sure you guys know I can't stay quiet. Now you have Antifa there. These are people that should be working. These are people that should be reading books. But instead what they are doing is dressing up like thugs. They're putting on masks. Each and every one of those people right there, they have my cell phone number. They know where I live. They know where my office is. Do you think that any of them have called me to even bat an eyebrow or try to debate me? Not a chance. Do you think that any of them, along with Black Lives Matter, who attack me on social media, pick up the phone and call me? I gave them my phone number. No, they don't. But what they will do is they'll scream at all of you and tell you that you're wrong for being patriots. They're going to tell you that you're wrong for loving your country. And the only repertoire they've got is a couple of insults like racist, Islamophobe, and xenophobe. That's how they debate. You can expect some of those people there to have noisemakers. They'll blow horns at you. They'll blow whistles. And if any of you are making a good point inside that building, they'll pull the fire alarm. Think about that.
Well, they have a lot in common with Gilmore because they both want to silence people, don't they?
That is correct.
They want to silence
That's right.
the truth.
You are absolutely right. Antifa has everything in the world to do with the way Peel runs things. Silence, silence, silence. Threaten, 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 intimidate. Take as much money as we can from everybody in our community and give nothing in return except for more threats.
Why aren't the police charging them for having their faces covered?
Well,
That's illegal. It's Bill C09 or 109.
Well, I'm going to let the Peel police deal with that for now. I can only fight this battle right here, but it's an excellent question. It's something that I will be bringing up. Yes.
What is your reaction to the fact that Peel is saying that they're concerned about obviously security inside, that's going to get too rocket inside? What do you say to that?
Are you asking me if I believe that Peel, the Peel staff in here and our trustees are afraid? Well, the answer is they are afraid, but they're afraid of losing their jobs, and Janet McDougal is afraid of losing her power. But they're not afraid of being hit. Nobody here has ever hit them. None of them have ever been assaulted. They're just playing it up. It's the victim card. It's poor me. Pay attention to me. I'm afraid. So we're going to make up lies. And we're going to ban people. And we're going to do so as expensively as we can. Are you kidding me? How much money have they spent just to try to keep us all quiet? Well, here's the solution, everybody. Make sure every single one of those trustees in there is voted out in 2018. Vote them out. You need to tell everybody. Vote them out.
We will not be quelled.
You are correct. We will not be quelled.
We will not be quelled.
We will not be quelled. We will not be quelled. We will not be quelled. Now, for all of you out there, if you ever... We will not be quelled. Listen, if you've all read M103, you'll see that the word quell is in there. That all of this started because we have people like Yikra Khalid who want to destroy freedom in this country, and they use disgustingly terrifying language, such as she wants the government to intervene to quell Islamophobia, something in this country that does not exist, I might add, but they want to quell it. Now you have to look at the dictionary definition of quell. It means to destroy by any means necessary, most likely with violence. That's what she wants. The government to stop you by force from saying anything bad about her religion. No one else's. Look at the wording of it. It's only that long on one piece of paper and that wide. It has almost nothing to it. And on top of what she's doing, the Peel District School Board listened to that crazy imam who's in Mississauga here, Ibrahim Hindi, who goes in that building and convinces all of those trustees who work for us. They don't work for just one religion. They work for all of us. He convinces them that there's Islamophobia in this city, but on top of that, that prayers are an absolute necessity for Muslim students within schools. Now, we know that's not true. Muslims can skip prayers during the day and make them up at night. Right. That's just how it works.
Zakia.
Yes, it's a lie. It's all a lie. And that came out of the mouth of a man who openly supports beating your wife with a stick when she does not do what she's told. That's the values that the Peel District School Board is upholding here. Wife beating, turning women into property. You all want to know why I'm angry. It's because of this. That someone here is going to try to tell me that my daughter and my wife and my mother are half of my value simply because I have a penis. Are you kidding me?
Not in this
I am
country.
enraged. I am not going to be told to subjugate women. I have never told my wife in 17 years of marriage what to do. I will never do that. These people here want me to do that. They want all of you to do that. Who here is going to beat their wife with a stick because Janet McDougall says so? Who here is going to do that?
Not us.
Janet
Not-
McDougall first.
Amanda suffered xenophobia.
Good for you,
You are
Kevin.
correct. You're absolutely correct. So, you all know what I'm doing next year. I am running for mayor in the city of Mississauga. And when I win the mayor's seat, the first thing I do is I take the Peel Regional Police with me to Ikra Leeds constituency office and we arrest her for treason!
Yes, sir.